Hello people, it's me Jess, here with another reading. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I thought we could do a lovely reading on what have they said about you to their friends and their family. This even could be like coworkers or something like that. You can set whatever intention you want and see if the reading fits. So you guys already know the deal. 3 piles, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I'll put the picture up if you want to look at that. Otherwise, I will see you at your reading. All right, pile number 1. What has this person said about you to their friends, family, coworkers, their people, whoever? Okay, so you're kind of a puzzle here to this person, and they're trying to figure you out. More specifically, there's like 2 sides to you, or there's these 2 impressions that they've gotten of you that seem to be in conflict of each other. But this person, for some reason, they're viewing you as off limits or not being open to having a relationship with this person, like on a certain level. And they are saying that you tend to keep that way by being like really polished and really diplomatic, and you're good with your words. Like, I feel like you're fair, but there's like a studied quality to your speech where you're pretty good at like being very cordial, but like also keeping this person kind of at arm's length and blocking off your heart here in the center. This person, they are saying, first of all, I think there's strong sexual attraction here, but this person is saying that they can't indulge that for whatever reason. And this person, what they want is they want to be able to show you a different side to themselves here as well. And there's something here about like not being a persona. Because, and for on both of your sides, because I'm hearing Banks, the song Waiting Game, where she's like, what if I never even see you because we're both on a stage? And that's kind of like what's going on here is like this person studies you. They're trying to pick up on like details or patterns. And I do think this person like sees your pictures and like says that you're really, really beautiful. I think they say you're really creative. This person I think has definitely thought about your physical being in the natural state. Wink. And there's something here about your eyes, and maybe this has to do with the way that you do your makeup. I feel like this person, there's like an intensity to you, but look how walled off. I've never even noticed like how walled off in this picture this person is. And I think it's because there's something here about like you over intellectualizing your relationships or something as a buffer, as a barrier. And I don't know how, I'd get the sense that this person doesn't know you all that well because you're really trying to keep this person at arm's length. And they could be saying that that's some form of self-sabotage. There's something very mental about your energy, but it's like a form of self-sabotage, and it's a way for you to guard and protect your heart here. Because Libra is an air sign energy, but it of course rules over relationships. And so you have that quality where you have relationships, you show up in your relationships, but it's like there's a way that you're using mental energy to kind of not drop into feeling. There is also something about emotions here that they're getting in the way of like taking some kind of action. Because this person, like they seem to be saying that there's something on their part. Because I think what this comes down to, and I think your person, either they're saying this or they don't need to say this because everybody already knows like what they do or what the background is, how you guys know each other, something like that. But I think there's another variable here. There's like another element. It would be like a third party, right, in your relationship. I don't feel like it's another person. I think that there's like, with Virgo being here, that rules like your daily routine. So you could see this person like on your daily routine, you know, or you could see them pretty regularly where there's like a service being provided, or there's a This even could be a company that you work for. Again, this came out in another reading, like a company where it was very like detailed. Oh yeah, and there could be another woman here that sabotaged this relationship, or you're trying to protect yourself from this. And in protecting yourself from like this business situation or this person, then your person feels like maybe that induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. I feel like it's not you undermining others. I feel like it's unless it's just like your relationship that you're having here with this person. And I feel like your person's saying that they've gotten some kind of new insight on this because maybe they heard something about you with the 8 of Wands here. Or you've said something that has like all of a sudden made them realize something here about you, about the situation, about your what's really going on here. So this person, like I said, they seem bound by something with this devil energy here. And I do feel like there's a strong like sexual attraction. There's also something here about listening. Like I think your person wants to like listen. Maybe this is to you, or maybe this is to wherever they're hearing this information. But there's something about like this person wants to try and listen more, because there's something here about connecting different elements of a situation that might be quite complex. Okay, so I think they're saying you're complex, and maybe the situation has a layer of complexity to it, but this person wants to like untangle this knot, whatever this is. And maybe they feel like in order to do so, though, they want to show off their smarts, I think, and their intelligence down here. They need to be a little bit more dynamic. They need to be a little bit more flexible, and they maybe need to go outside of like their routine, what they normally do, in order to get in. Because I feel like, I don't know if this person knows this or they sense this. Maybe they just think that you're like, I don't know, wounded or something, but you don't trust this person. And maybe it is a part of a larger pattern. Because you tend to like guard yourself and before you let people in, or maybe it is something to do with like this person in particular. But that's really what I'm getting from this spread is like, you're very lovely, and this person says this, like you're very lovely, and there is something here about like your beauty is hidden or buried within. This person knows that you have a lot of beauty that just needs to like be uncovered, just needs to be unleashed, just needs to be like let out. And I think this person, I don't know why I want to say this, but maybe this person's a bit of like a commitment phobe, and they see that energy in you. I'm not saying you're commitment phobic. I mean, you're showing up here as Libra, but maybe you have moved away here from the situation and it was very sudden. And so, yeah, you just cut and run. And maybe that's what this person is saying, like, has sabotaged the situation. Maybe this has to do with like everything that we've all been through in the last year where you had to like leave or something. But your person just, I think, feels like you block them out of your heart. And to be honest with you, I think this person finds this very intriguing. Like, you're very mysterious and not in like a game playing kind of way. I feel like this is kind of how you are. You've just learned, because clearly you come off as someone who's very loving, very diplomatic, very giving. You are very forgiving and kind is what I want to say, like with your speech and the way that you interact with people. There's something polished about it, is what I want to say. So it's not like you're I don't know, like throwing out any kind of weird energy or something. It's just this person feels like you're on a stage and they're on a stage. Now this person, because they're coming up in Virgo, and oftentimes Virgo is associated with having a skill or being of service, then I feel like this person could have a skill, and we also have the devil energy down here at the bottom. So it could be like there's energy of commerce. Libra is even a sign that rules over commerce. So there's that energy here, and there's, again, like, what if we both never see each other because we're both on a stage? So it's almost like this person wants to open up and show you this other side to them as well. That's like maybe a little bit more personable in order to try and fully understand you, because this person wants to understand you. They want to understand the man behind the curtain is what I want to say. And they feel like they can't really rush whatever this is. They just have to be patient. And for a lot of your people, maybe because you've moved away from this person, they're saying that they're waiting for the wheel of fortune to turn again in their favor. But this person, something here about like making lasting changes possibly to your relationship. This person Feels like you're not open to having a relationship with them. Not like a give and take relationship with Libra being here. I think there's something, they could be saying you're very, I'm just, look at her crown chakra. It's like so poppin'. So maybe do something very artistic, or maybe they think that you are very intuitive, but, or there's something, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. This like purpley magenta color is really getting me. It's like very royal and very regal. And I don't know why, but it's coming off as like art to me. There's something, some of you are really like, there's something about your appearance, but this person, it's like there's two sides to you that this person can't quite like rectify. And there's something they feel like this situation is not balanced. And for some of you, I don't know, there's like, they feel like you are not, there's something internal that's not in a state of harmony that makes you guard your heart. And that's what they're saying. So this person wants to start this relationship over again. For some of you, they're talking about your relationship status and like whether or not like you've had a child or something. I just feel like, you know, with the Tower, this is some kind of sudden upheaval or change. But I also, it can sometimes, like, especially with these lightning bolts here, it can also be like some kind of insight. And I feel like it's definitely insight, but there could have been some big change. This person, though, sees you as like very determined and pushing forward. There's something about emotions. Like this person, I don't know, because this isn't very emotional energy up here, but then down here, it's like there's something about emotions being tied in with actions. Maybe this person's saying their emotions get in the way of their actions, what actions they should take towards you. Yeah, because like I said, for some of you, there's a work environment or something involved. And I was picking up on this energy the other day in one of the readings where there's like, there could be a very manipulative or like detail-oriented person involved. And so this person, I don't know, it's like, they want to just listen. I feel like this person is trying to listen to their intuition about the situation because they also don't want to sabotage their, I don't know. I think they feel like there's something, you know, that meme that's Frida Kahlo and it's like not fragile like a flower, fragile like a bomb. Like your person thinks of you like that. Like there's a certain fragility to you, but it's not fragile like a flower for sure. It's just fragile. Like maybe this person feels like they could really set you off, like if they said the wrong thing. I think this person's saying they want to reach out to you and they want to send a message, but they're scared of like how you're going to react and if you're going to push them away. Because I feel like the way you've pushed this person in the way in the past has been very diplomatic with Libra, very diplomatic. And they feel like maybe that would turn more overt if they were to like just send you a message, because this is Mercury and Sag can be like very blunt and very direct and to the point, you know. And so there is something here about just waiting. And again, that song is called Waiting Game that I was channeling earlier, of like, what if we never really see each other because we're both on a stage? It's like, I don't want to say that love is a waiting game. And this person kind of does have this energy of like, maybe they've been a player in the past, or they've like not really a player or a playess, I guess. But like, because they weren't planning on settling down, and this person can have a strong focus on their career or something. And then they met you, and then you kind of have this, it's not that you have non-committal energy, but it's like, you're not trying to tie them down. You're not trying to make them commit. And so it made them really interested in you and what you've got going on. They really don't think you're going to let them in, pile number one. I don't think they do. And they find it to be incredibly attractive, but you're super, super guarded. Yeah. They are saying that you're really spiritual. I think they find that to be really intriguing, but yeah, and very values oriented. And they see you, maybe, I don't know, there's travel energy here around you and possibly around them. They might even be saying that they want to travel to you and talk to you or something. They want to surprise you, I think. They want to shock your system here. But they feel like, yeah, you don't trust them. And there is something about like a lasting change. What is this lasting change? This is weird. It has to do, this is Sun and Virgo energy. So maybe this is about their own behavior of like, because remember I was saying like, I feel this person wants to break out of their typical routine. Oh, routine. They want to break out of their typical routine with you. There's something about your energy. It's like this person finds you to be a really beautiful balance. It's another thing that they're saying. Some of you, they're saying that they like your conversation. There's something here about the way you speak that's like very eloquent. You're really good in conversation, but you're so good in conversation you can kind of steer things and it's not even alarming to people. Yeah. So this person all of a sudden, I feel like they're watching you. There's strong picture energy here. And I don't know, this person could secretly look at your pictures or something. They think that you're very, very beautiful. This person especially really likes your eyes. They feel like you've had some kind of painful lessons. And I think this person feels like they've learned painful lessons about themselves. There's something here about change being made, but only if like the ego breaks down. And I don't know whose it is. This person maybe sees a kindred in you. Hold on here. Actually, okay, let me just get this other deck. This person's very curious about you. Secretive. Yeah. First of all, I think this person is saying these things maybe in secret, or they're looking at your pictures in secret. There is something here about their behavior that's secret. And I think it's like their attraction to you, but this person feels like they need to hold that back, or like they need to conquer their own ego, but they feel like you are very secretive. Spiritual is at the bottom of the deck. Libras usually do have a very strong spiritual streak. So do Virgos, actually. Well, sometimes. Sometimes it'll really set a Virgo off. It just kind of depends. This person is trying to be professional, anxious, loyal, impatient. I feel like this person's really impatient, but that's why there's all this energy of patience. Like, I know I need to be patient. I need to wait for life to come in. There's something here of waiting for the wheel to turn. And just trusting in life. But I do feel like this person, you know, this is like fast energy. This person wants to come in hot, honestly, and just tell you something. I feel like this person really, really wants to send you a message, and that's what they're saying. But maybe the thought of that makes them very anxious because they don't know how you would respond. Hesitant. Yeah, so this person's saying they're very hesitant because you're so defensive and protective. Maybe some of you they think you're already in a relationship or something, and they're saying that I think you make this person happy, but they're saying that they feel guilty maybe because of that. I don't know. Or you're happy and they feel guilty, so maybe that's because you moved away from this person and now all of a sudden you're happy. All right, let's see here. Care, manage. Yeah, okay, with Virgo here, Virgos oftentimes manage care in some way. They're very caring. This person has noticed something here about you, and that's what they're saying. This person cares about you. Maybe there's been a fight. So I just saw a fight. What's this person saying? Progress and trust. Yeah, there has to be trust to make progress in your relationship. And remember I was saying that I don't feel like you trust this person. It's glaringly obvious to me. It's got to be glaringly obvious to this person that even though you're super polished and very diplomatic on the surface of you, sometimes, I'm just saying this as a person who can be kind of secretive myself, that sometimes you think that you're really like flying under the radar, but people are like, wait a minute, you know? And I feel like you could be in that situation with this person where they're actually picking up on the fact, even though if you think that you're being very polite or diplomatic, this person's picking up on the fact that there's a part of you they can't really get to. And there's something about communication. Clarify. This person wants to clarify something, a place where they disagree about something. And comparing something here. This person has a wish when it comes to you, and I think it's just send you numb. Try. This all of a sudden got really interesting. They feel like I feel like they think you're numbing out and they want to try something. Oh, maybe this is like acupuncture or something. I just heard acupressure. This person wants to put pressure on you. It doesn't have to be like body work. This could just be like in conversation. Maybe they want to put some pressure on you to see like how you respond. Because, you know, with this Virgo energy, Virgos like pick up on details. They really, really do. And they pick up on patterns. And so it's almost like this person wants to like do something to see how you're going to react. Give this person, there's something this person might want to give you. And this last one, pinpoint. So maybe I'm not too far off with like, there's something here with like applying specific pressure to something. They want to know something and they want to reassure you. So, yeah, but with this energy, all of this energy of like waiting and love is a waiting game, all of that stuff, like this person, I feel like they're feeling really, really impatient, but they feel like they can't make any progress with you unless that you trust them. And it's like going to be a slow process for you to open up and trust them. So they feel like there is some kind of blockage here in the way. But this person is, okay, yeah. This person does have, like, I do feel that they feel attraction towards you, but that is something that causes them to be internally conflicted with themselves. And I feel like they could be talking about that too. So I just asked, who this person is that they're talking to. So it's like a Knight of Cups person. This person could be very creative. They can make their money in a creative field. This person maybe has strong ambitions. I get Vishaka energy usually with the Knight of Cups, and that energy can be very motivated to live in like a really nice house. And this person achieves a lot of goals here for themselves. Like they're very goal oriented. But at the same time, I think this person, maybe they understand, maybe this person works in a mental field or like a emotional field or something like that. Yeah, this is something that this person does. Maybe this person consulted, like maybe this is their therapist. Maybe that's what this is. Yeah, because there is some kind of work energy here where they're like, I don't really know how to get through to this person. But it's somebody who has like, maybe they work in a field that's either creative, spiritual, or they have some kind of knowledge of the mind here. Yeah. So this is really interesting. I feel like this person, they want to have lasting changes. They want to move away from like whatever this burden is in the situation, and that's what they're talking about. So this is a really interesting situation, but overall what your person is saying is that they feel like you're closed off to having a relationship with them, and it's because there's this other element. There's kind of like an elephant in the room here, and this person finds themselves really watching you, trying to pick up on patterns, paying attention to little details. This person, I think they do find it very, very attractive that like this whole puzzle thing, you know, with this Virgo energy, maybe they really do like a puzzle. But this person also feels like they've spotted something here, like they've heard something about you, or you've said something to them that gave them some kind of greater insight, and it's reinvigorated their sense of you and what exactly is going on in the situation. They could be saying that you've moved away from them and that their own emotions in the situation get in the way of them taking action or feeling confident in the action that they want to take. And so this person is trying to balance out their own energies here. And this person's also saying that they wish they could show you another side to themselves, whether or not like you guys could work in the same place, or there's just something here where they feel like, again, that waiting game song of what if we never even see each other because we're both on a stage. So this person almost feels like maybe it's got to be tit for tat. Like if this person opens up a little bit, then it'll make you feel safe enough to open up a little bit. And this person's also saying they feel like you have self-destructive behavior in relationships that center around you blocking off your heart or you not trusting people. And so this person doesn't really know how to get in. What is this person's intentions? I want to leave this devil card here. I mean, we had care come up, right? But I don't know. Virgo is like to analyze. This person for sure wants to analyze. They're trying to shut off their emotions in regards to the situation. And I feel like that's what they feel like they should do. Or maybe they feel like they're taking your lead because, like I said, Libra, it's a very polished sign. It is a very relationship focused sign, but it comes at it via air. And so this person maybe, yeah, Hermit. This person's trying to understand you. I'm gonna see. I don't know. This is such an interesting message. This person is just intrigued. They're very interested by you. This person's protective of there's like mirroring energy that's going on here, is what I want to say. So there is a lot of mental energy here on this person's part, but basically the gist of it, they're trying to figure you out. So maybe I'll get a song and then we'll call it good. So what song, Spirit, represents like what this person's saying about that? King and Lionheart by Monsters and Men. And we won't run. And in the sea that's painted black, creatures lurk below the deck, but you're a king and I'm a Lionheart. And as the world comes to an end, I'll be here to hold your hand because you're my king and I'm your Lionheart. So maybe you want to listen to that song and there'll be more messages there. Also, Waiting Game by Banks. But anyways, that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 1. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys. Number 2, what does this person say to their friends and family about you? I feel like not much, honestly, because this person's very defensive and protective over themselves and over their inner emotional state. So I feel like this actually doesn't surprise you to hear that this person's not saying much about you, because I think you know that you're asking about someone who is either very tight-lipped or very curated in the way that they come across to other people. And that just means that they're probably they're good at communicating in one way or another. And I don't mean that this person's just a jabbermouth, like all the time talking, sucking up all the air in the room. Actually, that can be that can mean that you're actually dealing with someone who's not very skilled at communicating. I mean that this person's very selective about how they come across to other people, and the way they come across does not betray what's going on internally for themselves. Especially, it's definitely not emotional. And that could also, because air is merchant cast, the business cast. So there could be a business here, either this person's business, your business, or you meet in this like kind of business-like atmosphere where there's a certain code of conduct, and that code of conduct is like very maybe mannered and it's decidedly unemotional. So this person is kind of filtering out whatever it is that they say to give like a polite answer, an acceptable answer, and to fit in with their environment or with this person's image. Also, for a lot of you guys, this person's a high achiever, and I think you know that about this person. Most of you, either they're a high achiever, it could be both. They could be a high achiever like in the material world where they have a lot of goals and plans, and that's something like they curate themselves in order to get there. But it also could mean this person's like a high achiever in their own moral code of conduct, or their own, like they have high expectations for themselves. And I feel like this person does not always hit those high expectations, because This person likes to be in control of their emotions at all times. They really do not like to be impulsive at all. So, okay, like this reading is about what they are saying to their friends and family, and I find myself just wanting to go into this person and like into their process and into their self-awareness. But I'm getting a couple things. First of all, I don't feel like this person is talking to very many people at all. So if you're here for that like cut and dry answer, that is it. I don't know that they are. And if they are, it's like they're talking to one person that they super trust to keep their secrets. And I feel like they're talking about this self-reflective process, this self-awareness process of a certain cycle that for some reason this person's interaction with you has sparked. We have Uranus at the bottom of the deck over here. It has really sparked some kind of self-awareness of this cycle that kind of goes on here within this person. And by the way, there's also a ton of mirroring that is going on here between the two of you. So a lot of the things that I say about this person, you probably resonate with this a lot as well. Even because I feel like this is your person's MO, like it's their overall personality. Now, it might not be your overall personality, but maybe you find yourself behaving in a mirrored way to this person. Like you're being very curated or very polite here with this person. You're not giving away your emotions to this person. You find yourself doing that, like falling in tandem here with this person, if that makes sense. And I kind of get the sense, even with this mirroring, I watch a lot of those body language channels like here on YouTube, and they're always talking about body mirroring. Like it's a really good sign when people start mirroring their body movements. It means they're like very much in sync and they're playing or they're paying attention to each other. So even if you guys are not speaking emotionally, maybe whenever you're in a room together, you find your bodies very naturally like syncing up. And I don't know, maybe that's something you have to sit here and think about for a second, but maybe you signal each other to, with your bodies, and it's something that you respond to like pretty readily, or this person does. I don't know. There's something here about that. So, this person, I feel like, okay, I want to talk a little bit about this person's self-awareness, because that's what they seem to be wanting to focus on here. They're trying to understand this. This is like a habit for this person, is they try to understand their deep emotional state, because this person's intense. And I feel like that's kind of where this is developed, this like very curated personalities, because somewhere along the line, I feel like somebody had to tell this person like, whoa, you're really deep, or you're really intense. It's not really acceptable at the cafe, when we're trying to have a luncheon or whatever. Like, and so this person's kind of aware that they're like a powerhouse, or they're a bit too much, and so they curate themselves on the face of them. But I feel like this person is also very much deceptively calm, because like I said, this person has a lot going on inside of them at all times. And also this person's very observant, very intelligent. I feel like they're constantly pulling in a lot of information, and they're processing it really quickly and really deeply here. So the way that this person like would describe you is actually very similar to the way that I've just described them, because they would say either maybe you're defensive, this person, or if it's not defensive, like again, that you have very strong boundaries here, and that there's something here that you're not trying to betray, or there's something here that you are trying to defend as well. And that could be a number of things. I feel like this person ultimately feels pulled in two different directions. This person has strong needs that are like opposed to one another. Their need for like safety, security, and nurturance, and then maybe their need for adventure. This has been coming up on the channel a lot. Their need for adventure, also their need for fighting. This person, maybe some of these deep emotions that they have for you, it's like they want to like explode, they want to yell, whatever this is. But this person doesn't like to be in that energy, and they come by that super honest, because we have Moon Mars energy down here, and that can talk about an early home environment that was very volatile. Maybe there was a lot of fighting, but with the moon being there, moon is usually mother, and like they're if it's not a mother, then it could be just like a early nurturing figure. Could even be a father. It could be some kind of caregiver, but I feel like there was a person who fulfilled that moon role, where their emotions were kind of constantly changing. And I just get the sense that people were walking on eggshells around this person, trying not to like set them off. And I'm hearing that Frida Kahlo quote, not fragile like a flower, fragile like a bomb. So this person was like very much fragile like a bomb, although maybe they tried to come off as like, oh, I'm a shrinking violet, or I'm a delicate little flower. But this person, you say the wrong thing and they just unload on you. And so I think that's, like I said, I get the sense this person comes by this personality they have very, very honestly, because it kind of is making me sad because I'm seeing like a full-grown adult in an environment that's way more able to manage their own self, but they're not doing that. And so this younger person learned to be very curated, maybe even be very funny, very lighthearted, very casual, and always to stuff their more intense emotions down, even if they were upset at that person, you know? And so basically what happened is this person learned, I feel like you're dealing with an avoidant attachment style. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Just set that to the side. But knowing the attachment styles is very much like knowing the zodiac signs, where like if you know what it is, it comes with an entire profile of behavior for people. And so this person could be either fearful avoidant or dismissive avoidant. And those are people who learn to be very self-reliant, very independent, and self-regulate internally. This person is very much like that. And so if this person is giving you a very like either friendly, if you know that this has been a very sexual connection between the two of you and this person's coming off very friendly, very cold to you, very surface level with you, if they're ignoring you, if this person's being very like well-mannered and polite, they're not you know that there's like some kind of emotion there, whether it's anger, whether it's sexuality, whatever, and you know it wants to come out and this person's not doing that, it's because it's not true. This person has very, very deep emotions for you. I just feel like what this spread's trying to say is they don't want to talk about it. They're not trying to come off as a person who's very intense or very emotional. And with this, I think it's kind of very much like this pot boiling over, right? Scorpio is that fixed water that has nowhere to go. And so when this person feels impulsive or when they finally bubble over, I feel like it comes with a lot of shame. It comes with a lot of guilt because this person likes to come off as like they're not impacted emotionally. This also could be someone who has suffered from some form of narcissistic abuse, where their abuser like tried to kind of poke them and they wanted to elicit like an anger response or have some kind of emotional outburst from this person. And so again, they learned to like tamp that down very much so. Because this person really does not like this impulsive energy. They don't respect it in other people, and they do not like to they don't like to embody it themselves. It's funny that I say they don't respect that in other people, because actually Sagittarius energy is what makes this person feel very comfortable. And I think that's very telling, because Sagittarius will tell you exactly what they think, but they're comfortable doing it. High vibrational Sagittarius with no planetary impact on it, because Sagittarius rules the high mind, and they can be very opinionated, and they can just say whatever it is that they think. And on first blush, it could look like that's impulsive, and a lot of times in their younger years for Saggy, it is impulsive, but that's what kind of builds that higher mind and that wisdom. So this person very much likes to be around people who are very opinionated, very strong, aren't afraid to throw their weight around a little bit and say exactly what it is that they think, because this person doesn't do that. But they have so much going in. And this person is very intelligent, and they're very, very observant. And I think they pick up on people's, I'm hearing subterfuge, but like people's secretive or undermining kind of intentions here. Another thing is with this person, especially if this has been a third-party situation, I feel this person has high expectations for themselves and for their behavior, but it might be so high. Actually, I know this about this person. It's so high that this person cannot hit it all the time. And so this person has very much let themselves down in regards to their behavior. So if this was a third-party situation and all of a sudden this person like ghosted you or something, it's because they feel ashamed. They feel like they should have displayed a little bit more, I don't know, like honor or nobility or chivalry or something. This person's like they are very high-minded, but there's this split between their like logical mind and what's actually going on inside of them. They tell themselves that they're dealing with it and that they're not. Again, I'm going to pull this back. Like this is your person. It's very self-focused. I wouldn't say it's self-centered, actually. I think this is a really healthy process this person's going through, where there's a reflective process. I would call this a divine connection. This to me is what looks like it actually and a truly divine connection, where somebody here is reflecting on themselves because of their interactions with you. And it could be because there's such a strong mirror effect going on between the two of you, that this person, I think they're stuck in adolescence in one way or another. There's something here like this. And what's funny is like if this person connects with this scorpionic energy inside of them, all this 8th house issue stuff that they've been trying to repress, and 8th house rules over things like death, taxes, sex, taboos, things we're very fearful of, especially phobias, life-threatening illnesses, chronic illnesses, shame, anything that we're ashamed about. I think this person has a certain amount of shame for feeling as deeply as they do, for feeling as intensely as they do, because somebody here has weaponized this against this person in the past. It's actually very beautiful that this person can feel so deeply and so intensely. I feel like this person probably expresses that most comfortably during sex, because it's a way their body can kind of like communicate, bypasses this, maybe this air energy, or they could definitely get there. But the funny thing is about this person, if they could connect to this energy, that is the source of their power, and it will transform them and transform their life, that kind of thing. So, okay, what I'm feeling like this person, what they're thinking a lot about this connection, there's a certain cycle within this person that they have definitely become aware of because of you and because of your connection with this person. It has to do with the past. So I don't know if your connection is in the past, or it's like certain things are bubbling up here from this person's past. But this cycle, whatever it is, it's happened on such a long term. Like, this is not a short cycle that can repeat itself over and over and over again in a short succession of time. So then they can become aware of the pattern. Like, oh, I always do that on a Monday, It's not that quick. It's something that takes a long time to build up. So before your connection and in the past, this person was only focusing on these blowout moments, because this person pushes it. It's like they become a pressure cooker because of this politeness, because they're very curated, because they feel like there's no way for all of this intensity and all of this emotion, all of this even fear and shame. There's nowhere for it to go. So it just pushes down until finally it erupts, and everything that they were trying to bury just kind of like comes back up. And then that's when this person, it's like a cycle of shame, where then this person feels ashamed and they tuck away, and then they I'm just hearing scorched earth. They could have a scorched earth policy where they're like, nope, that I felt too intensely there. It bubbled up to the surface. But this person in the past has zeroed in on whatever was the straw that broke the camel's back, whatever was the catalyst for like the final thing that caused them to not be able to hold whatever that was in anymore. And so then they go to work on that. But that's what starts the cycle all over again, because this person gets super intellectual about whatever that is. And then they think that's them dealing with their emotions, is by like thinking about it, processing it, defining it, filtering it out, separating it out from the emotion. But really that's another way where they're pushing something down. So there's something here about this connection that they've had with you where they were like, wait a minute, this is a part of such a longer process, and it's like, because I think there's something, because this person feels so intensely about you and they haven't been able to share it, they're like, oh my goodness, like that is the thing. This cycle starts way before this blow up even happens. And it has to do with this person down here. This is telling me a very interesting story, because this is Jupiter in Libra, which I feel like this person wants a balanced relationships. They want equal give and take, and they wanted that with you. I think that's kind of a part of this, because maybe that's why I keep getting this mirrored energy, because you're this person's equal counterweight in some way. And I will just say this, like, I've heard Thais Gibson on her channel say, because she talks a lot about the attachment styles, and she says avoidance can get kind of like arrogant and high and mighty about their avoidance. Like, I think that I'm saying this as a fearful avoidant myself. Like, I'm not passing judgment or blame. We all have problems out here, but like, because they feel like it's superior to rely on one's self. And so they can look at people who do regulate externally with other people, like the more anxious attachment style, and they can be like, that's really precarious. I'm better than that. It can have like that, but you don't do that. I feel like this person sees you as like having a really strong internal locus of control as well. And so that's something here where this person did want an equal give and take with you, because we can see with the Three of Cups here, this corner of the reading is really, really interesting. But actually, let me finish my thought down here first, and then we'll get up to this, because this is super interesting. But what I mean is, like, I do think this person wanted to have an equal give and take relationship with you, but this person has had to like do some kind of reflecting. See all these cobwebs where it's like, this person could be meditating, they could be isolating themselves out because they're trying to figure out just like kind of what's gone on in order to in order to find their balance in this situation. But I think this person realizes they have to find their balance in a different way. But this person has felt traditionally in the past that for a relationship to grow, for a relationship to succeed, it has meant restricting their selfhood with the Five of Wands. This is Saturn and Leo, a restriction of self, possibly a restriction of romance, joy, children, something like that. But this person, the sun rules Leo. It's your self-expression, you know, and it is like being very theatrical. So this person has felt like it has meant pulling in their true nature in order to be more theatrical, and that has been the key to relationships, which tells me again that this person has been in some kind of volatile or abusive relationship in the past where that was the message they got. And I talk about this on the channel where like that's the message of the Aries Libra axis. Aries cannot be a shrinking violet and make compromises. Both partners have to be strong and independent and know who they are in themselves, and that's what creates a counterweight, even if they don't agree all the time. Because if you restrict that Aries energy, it's always going to the impetus is always going to be there to grow into the fullness of itself. So the only way to keep that balance is for both people to feel like they can grow and keep growing and keep expressing. And this person hasn't felt like that. They feel like they have to chip away at their own self and sacrifice. I feel like there's a strong sense of family here. There's something here. And this person feels like maybe you sacrifice for something. And it could be a business, and it could just be like you both are in a business setting and you restrict your self-expression because you have to behave in a professional way. It could be something as simple as that. But, and so this person, yeah, because I think this person, manipulators have a way of doing this. I don't know why I'm saying it like this, but because I'm just seeing these as like flying monkeys. People who are talking, they're like, oh my gosh. You know how somebody will like flick you in the face? Proverbially, like metaphorically, when no one's watching, like this is like what a highly manipulative person will do. They'll like kind of set you off. They'll light your fuse from a distance or something, and then you will have a reaction to it. You'll be like, what do you mean that, you know? And so then other people are like, oh my gosh, that person just reacted because they suck, like, you know, and you're like, wait a minute, that was totally a normal response. So this person has been in environments like that, where they feel like it's not served them to show their emotions. And so this beautiful, honestly, this person could be hiding occult abilities, psychic abilities, something like that. And they've just been, I feel like, abandoned, left out, betrayed. This person, by the way, they command a sense of respect from people. And they've worked really hard here on something. Their business, their internal personal self. It's just so precarious because there's this disconnect with their internal engine and the way they express themselves externally. And it served them in the past, but they're coming upon this new stage in their life where they're realizing they've got to like put that together. And some reason this is all connected here to you and to your connection. This strong mirror you're holding up with this person. So that's what I mean. This definitely, to me, looks like a divine connection. And by the way, like this person, like I said, they would describe you the same way. They would say, maybe some of you are very stressed out. You've been working really hard on something. There could be a couple cycles in your life that you feel like you're getting ready that are getting ready to kind of come to an end. This person sees you as possibly having very strong boundaries, being very protective over something, being very... maybe there's two parts to you. This could be professional, like especially with this air. But and this King of Cups, they don't see you as expressing your emotions, because quintessentially the King of Cups is someone who is very socially, emotionally well developed, has a lot of emotions, but does not speak them. And usually that's because he's associated with being the leader of some kind of a environment or business that is creative, spiritual, emotional in its nature. And look, you've got a moat around you as well. This person has a moat of air around them, but you have a moat of water around you. So, this is what I feel like is interesting about this whole situation is, okay, this is Mercury in Cancer. This is Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury is the way we communicate ourselves, and communication and the way this person communicates themselves and self-awareness around that. And this cyclical process here is what this whole reading seems to be about. This is what's going on inside of this person very much. And I feel like until this person makes some like logical decisions or figures out like the exact right word to use in whatever this situation is, they're not going to open up about it. And the exact right word also means that they've stripped it of all of its intensity and its emotion. I'm just letting you know that. So this person, they want to speak to you very emotionally because Cancer is cardinal water, whereas Scorpio's fixed. So this person currently, the way they've done things in the past is they have all these deep emotions for you, by the way. They could feel these emotions are sexual, are taboo, are fear-based, are shame-based. There's all of that tinged in with this person's emotions. So whatever the original emotions are, I kind of can't feel like I can get to it because it's all these like secondary emotions that are overlaid atop that because of this person's mind and the story they're telling themselves about it, and that it's bad and all these things that it means. Anyways, this person wants to speak emotionally about it. Cancer is cardinal water, where it's going to initiate movement of this. They want to speak to you in an emotional way. They could want to talk to you about family. Cancer rules over family. They could want to talk to you about their home life. They want to bring you inside their little shell, but they don't want to do it right away. Building up trust is huge with this person. And with this Scorpio card here, they could do the Scorpio test thing where they'll feed you a little crumb and they'll pretend like they care about it. And maybe they do a little bit, but it's not the big thing. It's not anywhere close to the big kahuna. And they want to see what you do with that information because this person's really worried about people judging them and gossip and I feel like, I don't know what it's called when a manipulator like hears what it is that you say and they intentionally misunderstand and distort that and convey the wrong message to other people around them as though it were the truth. But I think this person has experienced that in the past. But so this person will do a test thing with you, and it might not even be one time. This person's incredibly repressed. And what they... Because Cancer also moves to the side. It doesn't go directly at what it wants. So this person kind of wants to talk around the issue with you, and they want to build up a friendship with you, and they might want to hang out with you in a friend environment. But like, it could be any number of things. Like they could want to hang out with you in a friend environment, watch, observe you from the side, from the periphery. This person wants to kind of get a feel for who you are. And then, they'll talk about a little bit of things with you and see how it goes and see if you make fun of them or judge them or tell people their business. Because this person kind of looks for a reason to shut down. They look for a reason to do this scorched earth thing. Like, oh, I knew I couldn't trust pal number 2. Moving on, But this person is realizing this somehow, that they do this. They're realizing that it's part of like this much bigger cycle, and it has to do with like your connection. Now, instead of doing that, because even though that's what this person wants to do, this is a weird card for this to come out here. Oh wait, 9, 3, 6. This is interesting. There is like a certain level or pressure to be perfect, to live this like perfect life so that this person doesn't get scrutinized, because I feel this person could have been just like nitpicked. Because in the tarot, the 3s, 3, 6, 9, like they represent some kind of perfecting, like some kind of cycle of perfecting. So it's like this person, this person could like try to be perfecting everything. That's what distorts like what's going on for this person for real too. But with the 6 of Swords, this is an interesting card because like I said, it's Mercury and Aquarius is fixed air. So it's like that's the start of their cycle again. But this person is determined to release what is potentially destructive and prepare for new life. And whereas in the past, I feel like this person could have like this releasing what is destructive, like this could be some kind of eruption, some kind of impulsivity that this person deems as a weakness and something that needs to be hidden. Like that is what this person presses down and that's what has been come to the surface. Whereas I feel like this time, this person wants to do this with this whole cycle. They want to release this because they see this cycle now as potentially destructive. So this person could be going off to some kind of a program, some kind of a retreat center. This person could be seeing a therapist. But I say that's interesting because the air energy is what starts this whole cycle here, And there is like group energy to Aquarius. It's like networks, and Aquarius also rules over our own personal gains, which again makes me think of business. It makes me think of visibility. So this person, I don't know, it's like hard to say. Like, I feel like for some of your people, it just depends on where they're at in their own personal journey. Scorpio presents threefold. You have lower vibrational Scorpios who will make you responsible for their emotional experience, and they'll be incredibly reactive. And so that's the Scorpion. That's where you get the Scorpion stinger that kind of comes out of nowhere. And but then you also, and I feel like most of your people are probably in the eagle space where they fly above the storm. They have an eagle eye. They can spot obstacles and things before it comes, because this person likes a good distance between them. That's what they have a feel of, the scorpionic eagle. So they're very strategic, you know, and that air energy allows them to float above their emotions. But Scorpio's power comes from connecting with those intense emotions, taking full responsibility for their emotions, because Scorpio can control their own emotions. Honestly, like a high vibrational Scorpio, you could look them in the face and say the worst stuff and they would be like that. They would be so emotionally intelligent that they would just be like, that's on you. You need to process that. And then this person becomes a catalyst for that in other people. And that's what this fire energy is over here. So some of your people, they're at this eagle level of scorpionic energy, and they're going into the phoenix where they want to throw themselves into the fire, and they want to transform, they want to purify, they want to get rid of this cycle. Come hell or high water, I'm hearing. Come hell or high water. I'm also hearing Adele sing I Set Fire to the Rain, which sounds impossible, but this person's like not messing around. This person has an immense amount of power inside of them. Like, they really can do what they set their mind to if they connect with this scorpionic energy. And it's dealing with abandonment issues. It's like, I'm so scared that people are going to abandon me. What would happen, like, because I'm intense, because I have all these deep emotions, because I'm different, because I have this weird psychic ability, whatever it is, that I hide my conflict from people. What would happen if I let those people leave? If I showed those people who I was and I just let those people leave, would I go through this cycle where everything bubbles to the surface and then I end up doing something, popping off, being impulsive in a way that destroys everything? And it has to do with appearance versus like actually changing in a way. I'm seeing an orchid looking at this plantain. Like, do I want to be this orchid? What good's an orchid? A plantain grows everywhere, and yeah, maybe it's common, but it feeds people. You can live off of it. You don't have to it doesn't, there's something here about maybe this person comes off a bit as an orchid. Like delicate, beautiful, luxurious, something like that. And I feel like there's something about this process where it's like very orchid-like, where they have to keep it it has to be exactly 72.5 degrees. I don't know how to care for an orchid. I just know it sounds like a nightmare. And, like you see people with the little spray bottles, and this person's like, I want to retire my spray bottle and I want to just live my life, So, but at the same time, it's like this person has to figure out, because they have things that are legitimately important to them. They want to open up about certain things. And like I said, I feel like what this is, like this 8th house issue, something taboo, something, there could be betrayal involved, secrets. This person has secrets. They have skeletons in their closet that they're very, very quiet about. And actually them being quiet about it, like, I know I can be very wordy and I can try to describe what's going on really holistically around this person. But at the end of the day, this is Shadabahishak energy where, in the end, being quiet about their problems, they think that it's helping them, but it's actually what's causing more problems. It's causing more harm than good, because then this person has a bunch of fake people around them, a bunch of sycophants around them that expect them to keep up this facade. And it's not nourishing to this person. And that's what they're realizing. But there was something, they felt like maybe it could have been nourishing with you, but this person couldn't put down their curated facade long enough to let you really in and let you really see this person. Or maybe you did, and the moment you did, this person cut and ran. Scorched earth. And it couldn't be because they were reflecting on their past. Look, this person's so defensive. But they kind of look like a snake to me up here. And like snakes, they shed their skin. And from what I'm not a snake, and I don't shed my skin. But, I have my little fluffer brush thing. But, they have to rub up against things. I've heard that it can be very painful and maybe even very time consuming. But so this person, I feel like they're trying to shed their skin so that they can grow. That's got to be a thing, right? When snakes get bigger, they have to shed their skin. Anyway. Because this person has a lot of anger. They have a lot of pent up anger. I know that's one of their emotions. I don't know that it's directed at you. This is also very, very volatile energy. So, and understand, if there's one thing you take away from this reading, because I don't want you to get hurt, this is very volatile. And like I said, if this person's in that low vibrational Scorp energy where they have their stinger out and they're looking for somebody to blame, that's not connecting to their scorpionic power. they get scared and then they like run away. Like, and if you haven't, especially if you haven't done this like weird around and around dance where this person kind of sniffs you out for like, I don't know, 4 solid years. I'm sorry. I should laugh. We have to laugh because otherwise we would cry. I'm just saying this person's like really, really scared to open up and be real. Because they don't want to like mess up their image, whatever their image is. Even if their image is just like, I'm not emotionally intense. I'm not an intense person. I don't feel deeply. I'm not too much. That's what it is, the disease of like too much. I'm not too much, but actually this person is too much for most people. And that's honestly why this person has been able to get as far as they have gotten, because I'm telling you, I don't know if you know anything about this person's past, but it was a doozy. It was a doozy. And this person was able to rise above it. Like I said, all of this served your person in the past. It really, really did. And it was a symbol of strength. And now they're being asked to transform and change by rectifying their internal and external selves. Oh my gosh. But with you, it might be too late, because I'm also hearing Taylor Swift in my head right now, her song Mr. Perfectly Fine, where she's like, it's such a shame because I was here to stay. Now I'm gonna be all right someday. And someday you'll miss me, but by then you'll be Mr. Too Late. So maybe you feel like, you know what, this is great. This is wonderful. I'm glad we have this strong spiritual connection where we're mirrored back. By the way, all this stuff that's going on with this person, this immense self-awareness, this awareness of some kind of cycle that goes on, maybe this is mirrored in you where you're like, I always go for people that are really, really curated on the face of them, but they got a lot more going on. I always find out about it too late until it blows up all over me in my face. And I'm sick of doing that. You know, like I feel like if you haven't gone through that process, then I'm just hearing like asking the right questions is going to be really pertinent. Like, you know, what is it about this person? Like, I do feel like there could be a mirrored self-awareness process that's going on. You guys, I want to say with this person, I think your souls are very, very close, very good friends. I picked up this one book in a free bin one time, and I flipped it open. It was like some messages from the angels, and I was like, I wonder what this says. And the page that I read was like talking about, first of all, like how things are like, if you have a near-death experience, say you're like the example was like you're getting ready to drive over a cliff and you're like an inch away from the cliff and you think, oh my gosh, I almost died. In heaven, you didn't almost die. You were going to die or you weren't going to die, and like you didn't go over the cliff. And so in heaven, that was a lesson because of that. But the other thing that they were saying, and I think that's pertinent here to your person, is that a lot of times people who you go through really intense or sometimes even hard things with, your souls are really good friends in heaven, like where it's like, I need to learn this, I need to learn this. And you both volunteer to be each other's because of the strong love between you. And I don't know if that brings you a kind of comfort or not, or if that helps to shift the way that you're thinking about this relationship or this person. But I do feel that there's like a strong connection there. This person has conqueror energy. So, okay, I've talked for so long about this person. I want to try to get how they're feeling about you. Let's just see if we can't figure that out. Accept. Okay, they're maybe trying, okay, talk. This is way too many. Well, actually, lie. I feel like this is white lies. This person, you know who you're dealing with, and everything in tarot happens on a gradient, especially when we do these general readings. With scorpionic energy here, it certainly could be that this person lied in a big way that was like very power control-y, and maybe they were like hiding sexual discretions or something like that. But I think with this air energy, it's like this person, these polished white lies. That's like what this person does. Listen and then stare was the last one. So this person, maybe they want to listen more. I'm getting that this person could be a strong communicator. If they aren't, they can, when they transform, they certainly will be. And then stare. This person might stare because I think this person's very observant and they're always pulling in information from their environment. Watch their eyes. This person this person looks to really see, you know? Care. This person cares about you. But there's like a buffer between you all. I think this person, you both have emotions for each other that you haven't expressed. Unearth. Let's get one more from this deck and then I'll use the other one. Clarify, purge. Yeah, this person wants to speak to you. I feel like clarification in this person's case is emotional. This person needs to speak in an emotional way. And keep that in mind when you're dealing with this person. If this person's not speaking from an emotional place, they're protecting and they're curating. And again, I wouldn't go poking around there until this person's ready. You really can't force this with this person, especially as I feel like it's built up over time. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Don't let me tell you what to do. I'm just saying, like, if you do, like, prepare to get that stinger. Progress. This person wants to make progress with this cardinal energy. They want to initiate it. They want to be impulsive. That's what's so funny about this. It's like this thing that they don't want to be impulsive, where it's like, just do it. Like, just do it in order to start it. Like, this person needs to embrace that. It's almost weird because this is like the key. If this person could just be impulsive, just say it, that's what's going to prevent this cycle. That's why I don't necessarily like that this person's in air energy over here. Because I think, yeah, for some of you, they really are moving away from this cycle. But for others of you, this is a repeat of this cycle. And maybe the next lesson is that, oh, I thought that I was overcoming this, but then I started it all over again. What happened, you know? Impress. I think this person's impressed with you. This person, like, I'm just hearing dress to impress. This, like, this with all this curation energy is like this person's kind of putting on a show of, like, where they're trying to fit in with what people think they should be. So obviously that has like an air of impressing people, because this person doesn't feel that the scorpionic energy is that they carry is impressive, when it is. Like, if this person can connect to this, this is like, it's so golden. This is like such a gem here. And this person has a certain level of superiority to them. I want to say that it's emotional or it's occult. Scorpio's the detective. This person has like some kind of detective level knowledge in something, but they hide it. I want to say, like, don't fall for this person. Like, if they come off like very shallow or very lighthearted, that's a certain aspect of this person, but it's certainly not like who they really are there. So this person feeling about pile number 2. Strategic. This is exactly it. I just asked how this person's feeling about you, and you don't strategize around your emotions. You just feel them and let them flow. But again, Scorpio, fixed water, it's like it's unable to flow. That's where that scorpionic energy that's known for being the strategist of the zodiac, honestly, the warrior and the strategist, the chess player, it's because they can hold back their emotions. On her channel, Sharon Lester's always saying he who cares the least wins. That this person subscribes to that mentality. I'm not saying it's wrong either. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know why you guys are here. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, man. Okay. Hesitant. Yeah, this person. Repressed. Repressed is this person's middle name. Oh, my gosh. Ashamed. I told you there's shame here. I knew it. There's fear and there's shame here. Impulsive. Oh, you can't make this up. Hurt. Diplomatic. This person's trying to be diplomatic. And I say this all the time, right? This is also lessons of Aries, Libra. Where we are diplomatic and where we negotiate can never be in that Aries energy. It can never be in our selfhood energy or with our bodies. We have to care for that. We have to hold strong boundaries here with that. And maybe your person's trying to work this out. Maybe they see you as doing this as well too. Maybe that's like what you share with this person is like you actually don't compromise in your selfhood energy. Maybe you have strong Aries or strong Sagittarius in your chart because this person likes that. If you have those energies, or if you have strong Jupiter in your chart here as well, then this person, inspirational. I think they think you're inspirational. Again, like there's this mirrored energy. You guys, I just want to say, I know some people come to these readings and they want to hear that like, oh, this person just like sexually obsesses about you all the time. They just think about licking your toes and rubbing their face all over you. This is so much deeper than that. Pile number 2, so much deeper than that. This connection that you have with this person has somehow gotten directly to their core. They seem to know this as well. I think it spooked them a little. And to where they were like, wait a second, like this made this person feel fragile like a bomb, not fragile like a flower. Right? They were like, oh my gosh, like all of a sudden they recognized it. And then they were like, what is it about this person? There was a way that you had access to this person that made them, I think they think you're calm as well. So yeah, they see all these energies in you that are maybe opposite to them. Even though you guys are in a similar way of expressing yourself, they see you as inspirational. They see you as calm, maybe protective as well too. You're certainly protective of something here. You both are. This person's protective of their inner core. Maybe you are as well, but it also could be like a family, your selfhood or something. Oh boy. Friendly, beautiful, withdrawn, defensive. Yeah. So this is like a mirrored energy between the two of you, but your person thinks that you come at it from like a better place than them, maybe. Okay, let's get a song. I feel like I've talked forever at you guys because this person's so intricate and complex, honestly. So if you've been really trying to figure this person out because they're not giving you much to go on, this person, like I said, they're tight-lipped or they're very curated. And for some of you, this is like an over-politeness where they're always like, yes, ma'am, no, sir, holding the door open for people, like kind of fake laughing, that kind of stuff, you know? Okay, what song does pile number 2's person like represents their feelings towards them? Okay, I just started hearing Sorry by Justin Bieber. Okay, so the songs we've already heard, because I heard another one. It was Mr. Perfectly Fine by Taylor Swift. Sorry by Justin Bieber. Is it too late now to say sorry? I'm missing more than just your body. So if this was a sexual connection, this person, that's what I mean. It's so much deeper than that with this person here with you. There's a mirroredness. And it's because this person's able to respect you in a way that I feel like it's rare for this person. That sounds bad, but I feel like this person like is very respectful. I feel like this person might bow or curtsy like to other people, you know, and you're like, that's really not necessary. That was a chair, you know? It could be something even like that. But another one is Bottle It Up by Sarah Bareilles. Because this person bottles it up, but again, it's like their power. Babe, I know that it's your soul, but could you bottle it up? I feel like that's what's been asked of this person. Okay, so let me just get an actual song from this pile. That was too many. I just want one. Okay, but I did see Body Like a Back Road. So for some of you guys, you're curvy. You got a booty. You got some lady lumps or man lumps. Okay, Bed of Lies. Do you ever think of me when you lie? Lie down in your bed, your bed of lies. I knew better than to look in your eyes. They only pretend you would be mine. And oh, how you made me believe. You had me caught up in every web that you weaved. Do you ever think of me when you lie? This person's been betrayed before. I don't know if this is your situation with this person. Maybe this was a third-party situation. Could have been like some kind of an affair situation. But this person certainly feels lied to by somebody. And it's coming up now. I heard regurgitating. And sometimes here with the Nine of Swords, I often think with the Nine of Swords that it doesn't necessarily have to reflect the truth of the situation. It could just be attached to some cycle or pattern. And then this person is just like, no, I've seen that before. That's how the human brain works, by the way. It's nothing to like demonize. It's something to identify and work with, because if you put your hand on a hot stove, your brain remembers that. And if it sees a stove, it's going to be like, wait a minute, I've been burned by you before. Literally. That kind of thing. It's always trying to pick up on patterns here. So yeah, this person, you got this person in their brain. This person in their mind about you for sure. You know what it's reminding me of in this deck? I swear I'll stop talking to you, but hold on. I want to find this card. Yeah, okay. So you like this. This is this Aquarius card, and there certainly is a lot of Aquarius energy here. By the way, Aquarius and Sagittarius are connected on the light grid, so they have very similar kind of energetic signatures, and those planets will talk to each other. But Aquarius, the head, and then like the groin, like with this person, that's what it is. See how there's like this disconnect in the middle? There's like no heart energy. It's a way that this person bypasses their heart, where like they think that they're processing all these lower emotions like with their head, but this person's been kind of like hiding themselves, and they want to bust out of this. Because I think this person legitimately has thought that it's been serving other people, but then they're realizing it isn't. So that was an incredibly long reading, pile number 2. I hope that you found some kind of usefulness or help out of this reading, because I know it really wasn't necessarily about the topic, but spirit is bigger than I, and I lead me to the rock that is higher than I feel like that happened today. So just to make sure that I really do answer that question, I don't think that this person is speaking a lot about you to other people. And if they are, it's incredibly curated, and it betrays none of their emotions and the turmoil and the depth and all of the tangles that this person seems to have around you, the secrets. It just doesn't, it makes this person feel uncomfortable. They like to be in control of their emotions. They do not want to just like pop off. So you might get like very polite surface level conversations about you, but nothing more than that. If this has been a sexual situation in the past, they're coming up very friendly and very distant to you. Because they feel that people, like if they said the wrong thing, then people would be like, wait, what? You know, and have questions. If this person is speaking to someone, then they are talking to someone who they very much trust, not to reveal their secrets. It could even be a therapist or somebody who, like in America, we have something called HIPAA, which means that your medical professionals legally can't tell your private information to other people. And so it could be some situation like that. And if so, they're talking about this self-awareness process. They're talking about the mirrored energy between you. They're talking about feeling defensive. They're talking about feeling anxious. They're talking about, there is something here about your energy where they see that you're working really hard and that you're getting the fruits of your labor of something here. And it's like very well deserved that you have maybe you have a position of power. Maybe you're very charitable. Maybe you are very knowledgeable, have a lot of blessings, are very abundant. But there's something about you that could also be very like off limits. Maybe you've traveled away from this person. I think they think you're very beautiful. Some of you are known for being quite beautiful, like just in your social circles, people, that's something that like many people talk about. And some of you can really dance, you know, or like really move, or you make music. This person likes the music that you make, if that's the case. And then there is something here about like timing, and maybe timing a conversation, or the time of like trying to have this, like letting you fully in or something. And they could be talking about this like scorched earth policy. They're trying to figure this out, you guys, because this person, they're telling themselves that they're confused about their emotions around you. And they certainly are. That's not a lie. But the reason this person's confused is because emotions are for feeling and thoughts are for thinking. And this person's trying to like overthink and process and strategize their feelings. Remember that? Like, oh, well, I don't want to have that feeling, so I'm not going to have that feeling. That's not really how feelings work. That's a repression. That's how something ends up in your shame box and in your 8th house. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 2, I'm so sorry for talking at you like this. But yeah, like I said, I know it probably wasn't what you were expecting clicking on this reading, but I hope that it was useful. That was a little off-roading by spirit, I feel like. But anyways, if that resonated, I would love to know in the comments if you feel comfortable sharing. But if not, I completely understand. But please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. Bye, guys. hold on. I just want to put these over here because this is painting such a distinct picture. This is that family energy that we've been getting recently here on the channel. So, okay, what is this person saying to their friends and family about you? Well, you could be this person's family. FYI. You don't have to be, but I feel like for most of you, that's what this is. With this one in particular, I want to remind you that this is a general reading because I get the distinct sense here with this pile that someone here is just full of it, like absolutely full of it. Is strongly manipulative, and I feel like you know who that person is. I'm kind of getting like the game of Clue where you're like, is it Miss Plum or is it Colonel Mustard? We don't really know. For some of you it's Miss Plum, and for some of you it's Colonel Mustard. You know who it is, and trust your own judgment over this general tarot reading. I'm getting messages here in these cards, but I'm also getting that some of you guys are on different sides of whatever this is. And so just take whatever resonates here. But at the core of what this is it's like kind of a family issue. Something that's very entrenched, very long-standing. There's a sense of tradition. There could be a sense of assets, a shared home space, something like that involved. And I feel like you is what I want to say. You have left this family situation. I mean, you've asserted your independence and your individuality here in some way, shape, or form. And the rest is kind of following and filling in that kind of a situation. So, okay, I feel like what this person is saying to their friends and family is just that there's been some kind of long-standing relationship, and you have broken away. You've left whatever this is in order to find your own fulfillment and in order to embark out on your own and to be independent in some way, shape, or form, which, by the way, is the plot line to every Disney movie ever made. This is what people do. They grow into their own individual sense of self. And this person, I feel like on some level, does not like that. They feel like you should be kowtowing to like a family dynamic or something. So this person is saying that they have a lot of anxiety about this. And I think they're saying this because of your nature. They're saying like, oh, you're too trusting. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety. You know, like you're a very sweet, gentle soul, and maybe that you have a habit of trusting the wrong people. And there is something here about that. So for some of these people, they feel like there's somebody here they're talking about specifically. Like if this is a parent, say, you know, because for some of you, it's not a parent. For some of you, this is like a partner, a marriage partner. But say like, let's use the example of this is a parent and you're with someone, then they don't trust that person. But it could just be an archetype of a person that they, like it's no one in particular. They're just worried that you're going to meet this type of a person. So just take it how it resonates. But again, it's like this person that they're afraid of you falling for is someone who's very attractive, sexy, charming, but very self-focused. Also, there's somebody here about like a body, you know, like maybe you get attracted to people who are youthful, who are like they have a really sexy body or something, and that kind of like blinds you to the fact that this person's actually really selfish and out for themselves. Because notice this person is looking down here at this 10 of Pentacles. And also Aries is an infant, and we've got Leo over here ruling over children. So there is like some kind of like concern over like children, or like you getting pregnant or having a baby or something with a person who just wants your money or your assets or things like that. So that's something that they could be saying. And yeah, so this person's just saying, oh my gosh, like it gives them so much anxiety because you are so sweet and you are so trusting. And some of you, like maybe you fall into these like passionate love affairs or something like that. Yeah, and we also have this mothering energy over here. Also, Leo rules, it is like very paternal energy, but it rules the family. It rules over children, legacy, tradition, that kind of thing. So for some of you, okay, this person is also saying that you're not talking to them. Because they're saying that there's been a lot of conflict, a lot of fighting here in the past, until you finally like broke away from whatever this was. And they're saying they don't want to fight anymore. That, you guys, keep in mind, this is just what they're saying. I have some thoughts about this as well. Because I don't, like, that's not an actionable step. I don't want to fight anymore. This person's also saying they just want their family back together. That is not a singular actionable step. That's broken down into sub-steps, you know, like maybe taking a conscious communication class. There's been some kind of breakdown over here where you felt, to me, this is what I'm just seeing in the cards, where you felt you had no choice but to break away from whatever this is, especially considering how long-standing this energy is, you know, and this. So they're saying that they don't want to fight anymore. They just want their family back together. They want to be diplomatic about this whole thing. I feel like whatever these fights are, they could have been around children, your individuality. They could be around assets. Definitely they could be around money. But yeah, they're saying that they hope that you guys can work this out and that you can find some kind of diplomatic solution, that you can be in love again, that you can come back together again. Maybe they're even saying they hope that you can find some guidance, some mentorship here. That's going to help mediate the situation in whatever way, but that they can't. A lot of you, they're saying you're not taking their calls, you're not talking to them, and that you're very cold towards them. This is like just the energy of air, right? Like there's no emotion here. That you're not being emotional towards them, that there's been some kind of breakdown here in this relationship. And to me, I'm just noticing like all the gray around her here. So that to me, it's like gray rocking. You're gray rocking this person, which tells me that a lot of you feel like you're dealing with narcissists who have a habit of doing this, of like being very manipulative and going around. That's probably why you're at this reading, honestly, because you know this person like goes around playing the victim in order to whip up their flying monkeys, right? People who kind of believe their narratives and do their dirty work for them. And you know this person has this habit. And so that's why you're not interacting with this person's energy anymore, is because you know that they're doing that. But that's not what they're saying. So this person's kind of, they're trying to get something here. I think this person can be very calculating, and that on some level they want some kind of like either power over the situation. They think that they can get what they want from saying, like, this person's saying things like, I haven't been able to sleep. I'm just so worried about this because something that happened in the past. They could be saying like, oh, something about that happened in the past is going to repeat itself, whatever. And that they're waiting on a change. They just feel like they have to wait for some kind of change to happen, and they just have to be patient. If this involves somebody else that you are in a relationship with and they're worried about that, then they're saying that they need to wait for the lusty energies to wear off and for cooler heads to prevail, and for you to like see the situation for what it is, or see this person for what it is, and then that's what's going to be what changes the situation. Another thing is, okay, this person could be talking about your body or like your appearance or something in a positive way. I think, I don't know, like maybe you've been working out or something like this. They're saying that you're very beautiful, that you're very strong. But I also think they're saying you're argumentative towards them, and that I feel like this person's like projecting out. They're trying to say that you're doing the things that this person's actually doing. But they're saying there's something here where they're focused on what you're building. They're focused on what you're building for yourself, whether it's a family or whether it's a career or like a business. That's what they're saying. So some of you guys, you have had some kind of success here in the past. Either you've gotten pregnant and that was like a success for you, or you've gained some kind of success or abundance in your career. Some of you are on top of the world at the minute. And I mean, Nine of Pentacles for me is career. So there is a lot of talk about that. This person saying, oh, you're so successful and the wheel has turned into your favor. Also, what I don't like about this is they could be saying that it's due to luck and it's not due to hard work or like your own energetic signature and like who you are as a person, your unique mission, your sense of duty, your sense of drive, that kind of thing. I feel like there's a willful misunderstanding of your energy in the way that they're presenting themselves. Because I'm going to say this again, but like you seem to be saying like, I'm hearing Britney in my head. Oh, well, she's having family troubles right now. Hashtag free Britney. And so is Harry and Meghan. So maybe this is like a zeitgeist or something that's out in the ether. And this is where we're at as a collective. And we're seeing that in our public figures. But I feel like what you're saying, I'm hearing the song Overprotected, where she's like, I need time, space, love. I need me. And Yeah, like, so there's something here where you're saying like what you need in the situation. I feel like you've been saying it for a minute and that has not been respected. So you've had to bust out of whatever this is. What I don't like about this person's energy is that they're not saying their perspective on the situation and trying to listen and trying to reflect and mirror all of that. They're not doing that. They're just saying, well, I just want my family back together. And by doing that, like I said, that is not a singular actionable step. They're also not owning any of their responsibility in the situation. They're not saying like, well, I guess I could give up this or, you know, whatever it is. They're not. Instead, it makes it seem like your rebelliousness and your, honestly, individuality, which is a basic human right, you are supposed to grow into an individual. Like this, they're saying that is, it almost like by default puts it on like your rebelliousness is the problem, when you can't have this relationship without having an equal give and take. And that means responsibility here as well too. So I don't see this person taking responsibility. I see them actually talking down on your energy in one way. This person thinks that they have a superior knowledge because they're older than you, or because they feel like they have more experience in the situation. Then this person talks down on your knowledge. And I want to say maybe they infantilize your energy, or they want to boil it down to impulse, or they want to boil it down to sexual attraction, when in reality, it's not that. You're showing up in purely logical energy. This is a well thought decision here on your part, where you've had some kind of breakthrough and some kind of new worldview and new perspective, possibly because you've had some kind of guidance that's helped you develop a stronger sense of self with Aries being here. And with K2 here, this could be spiritual guidance. K2 rules over sages. So some of you guys are working with sages that's helping connect you to your personhood and your selfhood and your dharma and things like that. So, and it's like, this person's also talking about like steps, 1, 2, 3, like there's certain step, you know, that maybe needs to happen, or like what the steps are in their process or something. I feel like this person is trying to instill a sense of guilt into you for becoming independent. That's really what I'm strongly getting here for this situation. There is some kind of, they're trying to like rule over the conflict. They're trying to frame. Yeah, this person's a framer, where they're trying to put things in their context. Oof, I'm getting fired up. Okay, so let's see how this person, what else are they saying about pile number 3 and this situation? Gaslight. This person is gaslighting. Compare. Yeah, like this person is trying to compare your situation to other people's situations or something. But again, this person does not want to talk about you and your uniqueness and the uniqueness of this situation, because that is exactly the crux of the point. That's the spoke in the wheel is what I'm hearing. Like, it absolutely matters what you need and what you want. So it's almost like this person's trying to have a generalized relationship, and they're coming at you and saying like, well, you know, in 85% of relationships, this is how it goes. And it's like, hi, I'm the person that you're in a relationship with. And I'm telling you my needs, and I'd like for you to tell me your needs. And that way we can figure out the specifics of our relationship and not have some weird relationship that's like based on statistics or something. This person's a gaslighter. Persuade. This person's very persuasive when they speak. I think you know this. Yeah, they're talking about forgiveness. Ugh, gross. I don't like this energy. This person, like, they want to talk about like sharing. They want to, you know, all of that. This person's really, really good about like how they present themselves in their, yeah, and they want to say like they want to forgive you. They want you to forgive them. Again, that is not a singular actionable step. It isn't. It's a goal. It's a guiding light. It's a value. But you have to break that down into steps, and that requires some kind of skill set that this person seems very unwilling to develop within themselves, and also a perspective on your energy that this person seems very unwilling to adopt. So, okay, what else are they saying? Ugh, I'm getting fired up on this one. I feel quite protective over your energy here, which is maybe what this person should be feeling, but whatever. What is this person saying? People about pile number 3. Wounds. That there's some kind of wound here. I think they're saying they have a wound. They have a wound here from the past. Something could be wrong with this person's blood. Health-wise, maybe you know that. That's just a tidbit I was getting. I don't know if they're like diabetic or they're anemic or something. Oh, maybe it's like their blood pressure. Like, oh, this has not been good for my heart, my blood pressure, my cardiovascular system. Oh yeah, definitely. There's something here about this person's cardiovascular system. Or maybe yours, but... I'm just hearing in Pride and Prejudice. I'm not trying to make fun of people. Don't let me get away with that. But I'm just hearing in Pride and Prejudice where the mother, she's laying in bed and she's like, oh, my poor nerves, such fluttering spasms all over me. She always is talking about her nerves. And like at one point she says it to her husband and she's like, oh, you forget about my nerves. And he's like, how can I forget them? They've been my constant companion these 20 years. So maybe somebody here is like, I'm kind of getting histrionic, but they try to come off like very casual. They're really playing it up, this person. There's something very theatrical about this person. Maybe they're playing up like their mothering role or something. Okay, are we gonna get any more from this deck or should I switch it up? Reassure. This person, I think they're seeking, oh, you know what? This person could be seeking a guidance. Like, oh, well, what should I do about this? They could be going to their friends and family and saying, I usually wouldn't speak up about this, but I haven't been able to sleep. I haven't been able to eat. I have a cardiovascular system, you know, and I just don't know really what to do. What would you do in this situation? So they're presenting it as some kind of casual, like, but this person really is trying to get sympathy, get pity, get reassurance from the people that are around them. Daydream. Yeah, this person is saying that they dream of a time when their family can be back together, but it's out of their hands. They have to wait for spirit. This person, they share things in order to look at people's reactions. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. They could be saying that they're lonely. Oops. Sweet. I think they're saying that you are very sweet and you are very adorable. Almost too sweet, too gentle. Like, you know, like you need them. You need some kind of guidance. You need some kind of like protection. You can't be trusted to make your own decisions. Oh my gosh. But we all know that making mistakes is a part of, I'm just hearing that song Overprotected by Britney Spears. I need to make mistakes just to learn who I am. Protective. Ah! Selfish. Yeah, this person, I think they're being selfish, but they're calling it being protective. They're being smothering or overbearing, and it's not helping out. Friendly. Proud. This person is, I think they are very prideful with their image. Like this is all about this person's image, I think. But my gosh, Knight of Cups. I was like, what did this person do? Because this person's not owning anything. I see no personal responsibility. It's like where there should be some form of self-reflection and personal responsibility. Then you'd see Aries on their side too, of like, well, if they were saying this, their friends like, I know I contributed to the situation by this, this, and this. And I know I could have done better on this, this, and this. But at the same time, this person, you know, was doing this. And yeah, I did get reactive. That would have been like, sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. I'm going to eat right after this. That would have been like some kind of personal like responsibility, but instead they're just saying, well, I just want my family together. And again, I'm just going to keep saying it. It's not an actionable step. You're all about action though. You're the one taking action in this situation. Aloof. They're, oh my gosh, innocent. This person's playing like aloof or innocent. They're thinking you are aloof, that there's certain things that you're not paying attention to. That maybe you could be easily like about this person that you're with, or yeah. Oh my gosh. Curious. Shocked. This person is saying that they're shocked about something and that you are very curious and that you like to go on adventures and start out on your own or something. Helpful. Yeah, this person is saying that they're trying to be helpful. What else are they saying about pile number 3? This person's saying they're trying to be helpful and pragmatic in this situation. Oh my gosh. They're saying that you are impulsive and intuitive. Those are not logical things, right? But look at your energy. You're coming out in pure logic. You're coming out in pure air. So, and that's the thing. It's like this person can't even see that you are being purely logical in regards to them. And that you're definitely not being impulsive and you're not being intuitive. You're not being emotional when it comes to them, the situation, or their energy. Okay, let's get a song. What song best describes pile number 3's person's feelings towards them currently? Whoa, that's too many. What song best describes? Oh, that's way too many. I just want one. Okay, I don't take opinions from people who won't listen to yours. NF, remember this. This whole song, it's like, they say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're older. Guess I'm still a kid. I don't know if, there's something like, if I do, just remember this. And this whole song is like a list of like ways to keep yourself safe. So I think this person, like, I don't know, in their own way, they're trying to come from a good place. I just think that they don't feel that, this is why I don't like, this is why I think I'm having a reaction to this, is because certainly what's best for you includes who you are as a person and what you want as a person and the trajectory that you see for your own life. Certainly. And this person just does not see it that way. They don't really have an interest in your self-actualization or you becoming your own independent self. Instead, they're under the guise of being a guide, of being maybe a parent or a romantic partner that's very caring and focused on family and things. They're like judging you. Yeah, they're judging you. They're judging the things that you want to do. And maybe getting in the way of you actualizing your own inner calling. But they don't see it that way. So there's an argument here. And there's a difference of opinions. And I feel like I really wanted to take up for your side on this. Like I really, really do feel like I wanted to take up for your side because I feel like this person is, I don't see any personal responsibility here. Why is that, Spirit? Why is there no personal responsibility or reflection on this person's side? If you're gray rocking, it's because they're a narcissist and they probably are not capable of it, but... Oh, I'm just hearing, oh, the tangled webs we weave. So if this person were to admit one thing in this situation about their role in it, they would have to admit a myriad of other things, and it's a very tangled web that this person has woven. The story that they tell themselves, that, like I said, this person's a framer, and it's not just externally with you and your energy and friends and family. I think it's internally with themselves. They want to paint themselves as a person here that is whatever. And if they started to admit where they slipped up, then it's a slippery slope because this person would have to admit a bunch of other things. So they're committed to something here. It's a sticky situation is what I'm hearing as well. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for you guys. Sorry that was so impassioned. But let me just see what your advice is here in this situation. What is the advice for pile number 3 in this situation? Spirit, what advice do you have? Oh my gosh, temperance. Yeah, just wait. Allow your energy to balance out. I'm just noticing this heron is like crying. You might want to look up heron as like a spirit animal. Okay, because the herons around where I live, we have these little red-winged blackbirds, and they're so aggressive. They are so territorial, and they are so aggressive, and they're always going after like the big birds, like the hawks and the herons. And I always feel bad. There's this one heron that just tries to be peaceful, mind its own business. And the hawks, every time it goes to like land in the water and stuff, they just bother him the whole way down. So I don't know, maybe a heron is your spirit animal. So if you want to look up like the spiritual significance of a heron, it could be with you here at this time. But like definitely feeling like you can cry, and balance and waiting something out, for a new beginning here with this Ace of Cups. And this is like sage energy. Oh, well, so is K2. Like this higher guidance. Some of you are receiving higher guidance from spirit. Like you have a spirit guide. I feel like you have spirit guides around you. Ooh, that's the thing. You have strong, strong spirit guides. You've pulled them all in. They're here to help you with your selfhood, to connect with your dharma, your duty, your own personal mission here. Definitely look into, I'm getting goosebumps as I said that. A lion could be, some of you guys are Purvabhadra, which is at the end of Aquarius. That's the male lion, and it's somebody who's like very, very just strong, very powerful. That could be who you're dealing with, but I feel like it's your energy here as well too. Yeah, and keep your distance and just observe. Observe like whatever here's going on. I feel like it's one of those situations where this person's gonna get themselves into trouble just by whatever it is that they're saying. So, okay, that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 3, would love to know if that resonated. Okay, wait, also scribe. So there could be paperwork or like keeping track. I would be very aware of like every message that you send to this person is going to be like archived. Slave. I don't like this. Queen. Yes, queen. Anyways, I would love to know if this resonated. If it does, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.